In today's video, I'll be doing a fragrance tag. This one is called the Get to Know My Perfume Collection tag. And I was not tagged in this. However, I saw my scent bouquet here on YouTube do this video. I will link her video. And I was like, those sound like some questions that I would like to answer. So here I am doing it. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Aisha from simplyaisha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, I'm doing this fragrance tag video, and in this video, there are 20 questions. So I will try to be quick with my answers because I don't want this video to be 45 minutes long. But I felt like this would be a helpful video for those of you who may be new to my channel, and it'll be a helpful video even if you are an old friend, because these questions really just kind of explore my entire collection. If you would like to do this video, I will have the questions in the description box, so feel free to do it and let me know that you did it and I'll check it out. So let's get into it. So the first question is, what is the newest fragrance in my collection? And for that, I actually have an unboxing. So this fragrance was actually sent to me from the brand Fave Sens. This is my first time trying one of their fragrances, but it's called Happy Tears. So we will smell it together. This is what the bottle looks like, which I think is really unique. I like it. It's cute and small, but let's see how the fragrance inside smells. Smells really very good, actually. I'm definitely picking up orange blossom, some fruitiness. It smells very solar, like very warm and sunny. This smells like a nice spring summer scent that's not too strong, but definitely very pretty, but not super elegant where that sounds bad. But if you know my fragrance taste, I'm not into super elegant, elevated type floral fragrances. I typically need something a little sweeter, a little bit more fun and playful. Those are the types of florals that I typically like. And this is one of those. This is more on the playful side as opposed to super serious, formal type of floral. Really pretty though. It says the main notes they want you to focus on are orange blossom, Arabian jasmine, white peach, vanilla, and creamy musk. Yeah, I like this. So I don't want to prolong time by continuing to smell it, but this is the newest fragrance in my collection. Again, that's called Happy Tears by Fave Sens. And thank you to Fave Sens for sending this over to me. The next question asks, what is the oldest fragrance in my collection? Now for this one, this is guessing for me. I really don't know for sure, but I will say that the fragrance I'm getting ready to show you, I think I've had it since at least around like 2007 or so. So this is from Tom Ford and this is Black Orchid. And yes, this is my original bottle. And yes, it still smells the same. I just sprayed it on paper to see if it still smells the same because I actually have not worn this in a long time. It's probably been over a year since I've worn this particular version of Black Orchid. I do have the Black Orchid Parfum that I wear more often now. But since I've worn it out of this bottle has been probably over a year. And it still smells the same. So if you haven't smelled Black Orchid, there's a lot going on in it. It is spicy. It has a little bit of sweetness in it. It has a truffle note. It has like a chocolatey patchouli to it. It has a orchid type note that's giving it this deep floral smell to it. It's a lot going on. It's not for everybody, but it is one that I've had forever. And I don't see myself ever decluttering this, even though I technically don't really wear it anymore. So again, that is Tom Ford Black Orchid. The next question asks, what is the most expensive fragrance in my collection? For that, I have two answers. So my first answer is Roja Lost in Paris. Now, technically that is my most expensive fragrance, but I personally did not purchase it. I forgot to bring the bottle down here, y'all, and I don't feel like walking back up there to get it. The reason that I forgot to bring the bottle down here, because that is actually one of the fragrances that I actually keep in its little coffin type box. So it's in a different area than my normal collection, and so I just forgot to grab it when I was preparing for this video. But that is the most expensive fragrance that I have. The price is a lot. I mean, I kind of don't even want to tell y'all, but it's over $1,000, but it was a gift, a Christmas gift to me from my husband. So that's the most expensive. However, I wanted to share with y'all another one because the one that I'm going to share with you is the most expensive one that I have purchased. And that is Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. So this fragrance bottle, I actually ordered from Selfridges because it's a lot less expensive for me ordering it from Selfridges than it would have been to order it here in the United States. So I got this large bottle that's 250 mLs. And if I remember correctly, I think it costs around $750. In the US though, this is over $1,000 for this size. But I did pay around $700 and something for this bottle. And I don't know if I'm doing this tag right because I've been telling y'all how each fragrance smells, and I guess that's not really what y'all asking, but I feel like that's more helpful. So I'm gonna give you a little brief synopsis of all the fragrances I talk about. So Vanilla Sex from Tom Ford is a almond vanilla scent that has like this kind of musky animalic undertone and some florals in the background of the fragrance. It is one that I love, and this is actually my second bottle. The next question asks, what is the most affordable fragrance in my collection? And again, this is a guess for me. I'm not quite sure, but I went with Zara Vetiver Pamplemousse. So this fragrance, I think for this size bottle, this is a 3.4 ounce bottle, I believe. It doesn't really say, oh, let's see. It's actually a 90 ml bottle, a 3 ounce bottle. But for this size bottle, I think it costs around like $30. I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. Zara changes their prices up a lot. They also run sales a lot, so I have no idea how much I paid for this, but I know it was less than $40 for the large bottle. And you can see I have used up quite a bit. I do really enjoy this for working out. This is like a grapefruit vetiver type scent. Really pretty, easy to wear, and nice for really hot days. So again, that's Zara Vetiver Pamplemousse. The next question asks, what is my favorite easy reach? And this one is from Essential Parfums. This is called The Musk. So this fragrance is one that I have raved about, I feel like, for years. It is a musky fragrance that has this kind of vanillic undertone to it, but it doesn't go like too sweet. It also kind of smells like there's some fruits underneath the musk here, but overall you're getting a clean, fluffy musk that is super easy to wear. This wears really well on the skin as well. I don't feel like I have to, I do overspray it, but I don't feel like I have to. Like it has its own kind of presence to it, and it's gorgeous. It just makes me feel really clean and easy to wear. Like whenever I don't know what to wear, I can always pull for this. So again, that's the Musk by Essential Parfums. The next question asks, what is my favorite bottle design? And this one was kind of hard for me, but not really. Like this, the bottle I'm going to share with you is the first one that came to my head, and that's why I decided to go for it. But when I was thinking about what's my favorite bottle design, I love a lot of bottle designs. I like ones that are simple that look very luxe. I like some more intricate ones. I like colorful ones. Like I like a lot of different fragrance bottles. But the first fragrance that came to mind is this one. This is from Cirque du Soleil, and this is their L'Eau de Parfum. And I love the bottle. Like, this is the top. So this is the top. And the bottle is tall, and it may be hard to tell on screen, but there is a slight gradient to the bottle, and it is just gorgeous. It is a gorgeous bottle to me. I love the way this looks in my collection, and I love the scent too. So the scent is like a circus type scent. So think like cotton candy, caramel apple. There's a popcorn note, there's vanilla. And even though you have all these kind of sweet things going on, it's done in a very elegant, elevated way, and it's a softer scent, so it doesn't get cloying or super heavy. So I love the fragrance as well, but I really, really love the bottle. So the next question asks, what is the smallest bottle in my collection? And for this, I felt like they were meaning like actual bottles, so like 1 ounce and up, because obviously I have travel sprays and those are small. So I decided to go for this one. This one is from Acro, and this is Glow. So this is actually a 30 ml bottle, but it looks so tiny. Like it fits anywhere. It is such a tiny little bottle. Let me see. I'll hold it up next to Tom Ford because I feel like a lot of people know this fragrance and you know this bottle size. This is a 50 ml standard size bottle. And look how tiny Glow is compared to this. I love these little cute bottles. They're so tiny. They look smaller than 30 mLs to me. But yeah, that it makes it convenient to travel with them and everything. Almost forgot to tell you how this smells. This is a vanilla scent that is spicy. It has a little bit of booziness to it. The vanilla leans more of the spice direction as opposed to the gourmand direction, but there's definitely some sweetness to this. I do enjoy the scent, but I can't say I wear it that often. The next question asks, what is the biggest bottle in my collection? And it's actually one I already showed y'all. Is Vanilla Sex from Tom Ford. This is the big carafe. And the reason that I got it in this big bottle, because honestly, I prefer a spray bottle, right? But I ran through my 50 ml so quick, and this price was much better than the 50 ml bottles in this size. So that's the only reason I have this huge bottle. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest bottle in my collection. The next question asks, what is my best memory association? And for this one, I was going to pick Black Orchid because I got this at the time when I had just started dating my husband, around that time anyway. So before we were married, and I used to wear this like all the time for date nights. Obviously I still have my bottle, so I didn't spray it too much, but this was definitely a date night go-to. However, the other one that I decided to answer for this question is Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. My bottle is very old. They still make this fragrance, but it always looks different like every year. So this is the Eau Fraiche version, the skin scent type version. And the reason that this holds great memories for me is because I have taken this on almost every vacation that I've been on. Not every single one of them, because I will say over like the last 4 to 5 years, I've kind of switched it up, but I've had this fragrance again before I had kids, and my oldest child is 10 years old. I've had this same bottle. And I have taken on like every beach vacation, shall I say, not every vacation, but every beach vacation. This is like my pool scent, my hang around the hotel scent. And so now every time I smell this fragrance, it just reminds me of all my beach vacations past. And I love a good beach tropical vacation. Like that is my go-to. Those are easy for me. And so this just reminds me of easy leisurely times. The next question asks, what fragrance is worth the hype? And I decided to go for one that is super hyped. And some of y'all are going to disagree with me, but it's none other than Bianco Latte. So Bianco Latte is the vanilla that came in and just wreaked havoc on the fragrance community. So this vanilla to me smells like there's some honey there. It smells a little bit like waxy. It does go in that kind of candle direction in my opinion. It also smells a little bit milky. And then there also seems to be some sort of soft spiciness throughout this fragrance, but not a lot. This is mainly a sweet, like milky honey vanilla. I love this fragrance. Now, is it my favorite vanilla? No, it's not. But do I think it's worth the hype that it receives? I will say yes, because the people that hype this talk about how it's just a great gourmand vanilla. And I will agree with that. Although it's not my favorite fragrance, although it's not my favorite vanilla, I see why people love it and I can respect it. It performs well as well, and it's not super expensive for a niche fragrance. I feel like it's high quality. And I feel like this is just one that a lot of people will enjoy if they like gourmand vanilla. So I do feel like it's worth the hype. Do you need it in your collection? Not necessarily. Depends on what you like. If you're not a gourmand girly, you're not gonna like this. Although I don't think it's for everybody, I do think that the hype that it gets is well deserved, and it has spawned quite a few dupes. So I feel like whenever you see a bunch of dupes come out for a fragrance, then the original has to be something good, right? So again, that's Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana. The next question asks, what fragrance was not worth the hype? And for this, I don't have the bottle because I obviously don't think it's worth the hype, but I am going to take a shot at a lot of y'all right now because I know a lot of y'all love this fragrance. But the fragrance I don't feel like is worth the hype is Valentino Donna Born in Roma, all of its iterations. Like absolutely none of them are worth the hype to me. I do have one in my collection. It's the pink PP version, which is no longer available. It was limited edition. It was only available for a very short time, so I didn't even bring it down here. And I do like that fragrance. Whether it's worth the hype or not, I don't know. But all the rest of them, I just feel like they're all right. They all right. They not hitting like the people say they be hitting. Like I just don't get it. Now maybe it's because I don't like florals, and so I have tried the original Donna Born in Roma so many times because obviously I've liked fragrance for a while. When that one came out, I feel like The bottle was nice. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody still talks about it. And so over the years, I have re-sniffed it to see if it works for me. And it just doesn't. And maybe I think it's the floral aspect. I feel like the florals are too sharp in the original. And all the other iterations, yes, they have changed up the florals a little bit and added different things. But I think overall, the whole line is just not worth the hype, in my opinion. Do not come for me, y'all. Do not come for me. If you love it, I love that for you. It's just not for me. The next question asks, what is my favorite fragrance from my favorite house? And for this, I could not decide. I couldn't decide what my favorite house was. So it was a tie. So I'm going to show you my favorite fragrance from each one of those houses. So the two fragrance houses I decided to go for were Amouage and Xerjoff. I could not decide which one I liked more. And the fragrance that I picked from Amouage is Sunshine Woman. And I feel like that's easy choice. If you guys know me, I love this fragrance. This is an osmanthus scent, but the way the notes are combined in here, this comes off smelling like apricot. It has this nutty nuance to it. It has a white tobacco note that makes it super unique. And this fragrance smells like me. It honestly smells like me to me. I've never smelled it on anybody else. And I just feel like this is mine, okay? This is mine. I don't care who else likes it. This one is mine, okay? And then for Xerjoff, I went for another yellow bottle, and this is Dolce Amalfi. And again, this fragrance smells like me. So it's giving juicy fruit gum. It's giving this very juicy tropical scent mixed with some darker spices, including clove and maybe cardamom or something like that. But it's Christmas type spices mixed with a juicy tropical fruit that just is so unique to me. It's so beautiful. I love smelling this and I love wearing this. And again, it smells like me. So both of these, they're mine. I don't care who else on the internet wears them, who else out there in real life wears them, they're mine, okay? These are Aisha in a bottle. The next question asks, what is my most used fragrance? And this one was hard for me as well because I am a person that likes to rotate through my fragrances. I never like kill a bottle instantly. I rotate through my fragrances. So when I was thinking about like my most worn fragrance, first I was just going to show y'all my fragrance with the biggest dent, but then I decided to go a different route with the answer of this question. And I decided to go for Rosendo Mateau number 5. You can see that this doesn't have that big of a dent, right? It has a dent, but not that big of a dent. But the reason I decided to go for this is because I have all these fragrances that basically smell like this. So 4 fragrances that really give me the same vibe, and it's a scent profile that I cannot get enough of. So this is the notes are different in all 4 of these fragrances. Real quick, I'll just show you the other 3 fragrances that I'm talking about. So again, I said Rosendo Mateau number 5, but that also includes YSL Baby Cat, Eau de Audacity from Penhaligon's, and Tom Ford Eau de Ombre Leather. So the way they basically smell is like a suede vanilla with some animalic nuances to it. And all of these are a little bit different, but that's just the basic category that I'm giving you, because really I can reach for all 4 of these fragrances and kind of get that same experience, even though they are slightly different from each other. And this is a profile that I find myself reaching for a lot. Like a lot. I remember my last vacation that I went on, I actually took this with me, and this is, I took it to Mexico. Like it was hot, but I took this with me because I just wanted to have that profile with me, and I just love this profile. So I had to go with this fragrance, but really know that it includes all 4 of these. It's the profile that I go for the most, I feel like. The next category asks, what is my favorite celebrity scent? And I have to say, I don't really buy celebrity fragrances anymore, but the one that I went for is Fancy from Jessica Simpson. I've had this bottle for so long, I don't even have a top for it. This is not my first bottle. This is the bottle that I repurchased after going through a full-size bottle. But I don't wear it anymore. But if I had to pick a favorite celebrity scent, I would still go for this. This smells really good. It's sweet. It smells like there's definitely vanilla in here. But overall, I think it's more of a floral scent. Yeah, I don't really pick out notes in this particular fragrance. It's just giving me like a caramelized vanilla floral. It is a pretty scent, and I do get compliments when I wear this, but I have to say I probably have not worn this in like 2 years. I keep it in a section of my collection where I don't want to get rid of these fragrances. They're more like sentimental value or travel sizes and that type of thing. And so I never even think about this fragrance anymore. But if somebody were looking for a very inexpensive fragrance, I would definitely still recommend this. I still think it smells good and it performs well. So the next question asks, what are my top 3 perfume notes? And so these are in no particular order. I'm just giving you probably my 3 favorites. So the first one is almond. I love an almond note. There's something about almond that just speaks to me. I get excited whenever I see it as a listed note in a fragrance. The next one will be vanilla, because I'm a vanilla girl. I like all types of vanilla. I like spicy vanillas. I like gourmand vanillas. If there's a fragrance that is vanilla centered, more than likely I'm gonna like it. Do I need it? Maybe not, but more than likely I will enjoy the fragrance. And then the last one is ginger. Ginger is a note that is spicy and zesty, but there's something so energizing about it. And it's just one that every time I see it listed in a fragrance, I get excited to smell it and see how it works for me. Now, not all ginger notes work for me, because depending on what they're paired with, sometimes it can lean very masculine. But for the most part, I love a good ginger, and I will always give a fragrance a sniff if there's a ginger note in there. The next question was a perfume I hate. And honestly, I could not think of any. Like, I can't think of any perfume that would make me say I hate it. Now, maybe take this into consideration. I'm not a person who usually talks about anything I hate. Like, that's just not in my vocabulary. I'm not out here hating things or people and nothing. I'm a lover, okay? So I just couldn't think of any fragrance that I hate. Not a one. Obviously, there's gonna be ones that I don't like, and I'm trying to think of one right offhand that I don't like. But I wouldn't have it here if I don't like it. So I don't have an answer for you guys. I couldn't think of one. If while I'm editing this video, if I think of one that just like kind of grossed me out when I smelled it, I will pop it up on the screen in Word format. But as of right now, I don't have an answer. Sorry. The next question asks, what is the best cologne in my collection? And I don't really do cologne fragrances. I know we all have differing opinions about dupes and clones and all that stuff. But for me, I don't typically buy cologne fragrances anymore. I have purchased some in the past, especially when I first started really exploring fragrance. But I don't purchase them anymore. So I decided to share with you guys a fragrance oil, because I do buy oils that are meant to smell like fragrances, and I use those to layer. And so the fragrance oil that I want to share with you is from the brand Blanca Noir Skincare, and this is called Smoked Tobacco. So this is inspired by Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, which is a fragrance that I love and own. This smells so good. So this is tobacco that is spicy. It has some spices in there, like maybe cloves or, oh, that smells so good. Or cardamom or something that's giving it an additional like nuance. And then of course it has vanilla, but it's not a sweet, like sugary vanilla. It's more of a smoky vanilla. Love this. Now, unfortunately, this oil is no longer available. I checked out on their website just before I decided to film this video. However, I still decided to share it with you guys because I love this. I can pair it with a lot of different things. I haven't had it that long. I've only had it a few months, but I've found that it works well with a lot of tobacco-based scents. And I wanted to share with you all because this is my favorites body oil company. They release scents like every few months or so, and sometimes they're limited edition. They have some that stick around forever. But if you're interested in trying an oil brand, a small business, Black owned, definitely check this brand out. I also love that their oils are very reasonably priced. I'm not trying to get on any oil company. Like, I have quite a few oils from different brands, and I love a lot of them, including Brown Sugar Babe. I know y'all gonna ask me that. I do love Brown Sugar Babe. I'm on their PR list, but I do love their oils. But when I think about my favorite oil brand, considering price, considering smell, considering how moisturizing they are, Blanca Noir Skincare is my favorite. So definitely check them out. Even though you can't get this particular one, check them out and see if there's anything on their website that you would like to try. The next question asks, what is a perfume that every woman should own? And I had to go for Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now, everybody knows what this smells like at this point, so we're not even gonna talk about how it smells, but I do feel like this is just iconic. If you are a perfume lover, you should have this in some format. And maybe if you've tried this and you've gone through a bottle, you don't necessarily need to repurchase it per se if it wasn't your favorite. But I do feel like every woman should at least try this once or have some sort of iteration in their collection. So when I say that, I mean like the extrait or any of the hundreds of perfumes that have been born of the BR 540 DNA. Maybe like you like Trajan from Electimus. That is kind of like 540 with a citrusy twist. So I'm kind of cheating on this, but yeah, I just feel like this scent category is undeniable, and the original 540 is just iconic. And no matter if you don't like it, if you think it's overhyped, it's iconic. How many dupes have come out of this particular fragrance? And then not only dupes, you have basically every brand now has their version of a 540. I mean, it may not be the exact same, but it has that 540 DNA that has inspired like so many. And I feel like when it came out, it was just super unique. Like there was nothing else that smelled like it. So I feel like if you are a perfume lover, you should at least try this. And I do feel like every woman needs one of these or something similar in their collection. The next question was my most complimented fragrance. Again, this was a question that was very hard for me to answer because I get compliments on fragrances, but I switch up my fragrances all the time. So it's hard for me to think about like my most complimented. So the fragrance I decided to share with y'all, I actually forgot to bring the bottle down, so I'm just gonna pop a picture, but it's Fragrance Du Bois Sirene. This fragrance is a cherry fragrance, but it has some oud in there. It has a lot of spiciness to it. It's not necessarily a super sweet fragrance, and it has this like sexy saffron airiness to it. It is gorgeous. I decided to go for that fragrance because every time I wear that fragrance, I do get a compliment on it, but I feel like the compliments that I get on it, they're more than just, oh, you smell good. They're more like, oh my gosh, that smells really good. What are you wearing? It's that type of fragrance. And so that's why I decided to pick it. But honestly, I get complimented on a lot of fragrances. So I don't know if it's like my most complimented ever, but it is one that gets compliments every time I wear it. And it's not one that I wear if I want to fade into the background because I know it's going to get me some sort of attention. And then the last question is, what's on my wish list? And I keep a running wish list, y'all. And most of the time my wish list has things on it that I just want to smell or things that I've smelled before that I want to purchase. And so I decided to just share one item with y'all, and that is Valentino Sogno and Rosso. And the reason I decided to share this one with you all is because I have actually smelled this one. I got a sample of it and I do really enjoy it. It is like a milky vanilla and it's on my wish list. I want to purchase it. It is expensive though, so I'm trying to wait. But if you see it in my collection soon, don't judge me, okay? It's a beautiful scent. I have heard people say it smells like Blanche Bette from Liquids Imaginaires, which I do own. But I actually don't wear it that much. And like I said, I had a sample of Sogno and Rosso, and I do think they smell similar. I have not done a side-by-side test of the two, but I do think they smell similar. So more than likely, if I get Sogno and Rosso, I will probably be selling my Blanche Bette because I did enjoy it more, the Sogno and Rosso. But I would need to smell them side by side and see if, you know, if it warrants me keeping both or if I would sell my Blanche Bette. But if I had the chance to trade or something, I would definitely take the Sogno and Rosso over Blanche Bette. All right, so that's it for this tag video. I thought this was fun to do. I'm not gonna tag anybody in particular, but if you make YouTube videos and you wanna do this video, do it and let me know. I would love to watch it. I hope this tag catches on because I felt like this is really interesting and made me think about some of the answers. And I feel like this is just a good way to get to know some of your favorite creators. And even though I am a creator, I am a watcher as well. So I enjoy watching these kind of videos from my favorite creators as well. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I upload videos weekly, so make sure you turn that notification bell on so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, make sure you check out the description box. I will have the questions for this tag down there along with links to all the products that I mentioned in this video. And I'll have links to everywhere else you can find me. So my website and my Instagram and my TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.